Welcome back to After Dark with Books, wherever you're listening or wherever you're watching. I'm Amanda.
Hi, I'm Melissa. Good morning.
We dive into books we read, including dark romance, fantasy, thrillers, and plenty of spicy content. Now let's get into the video about Till Summer Do Us Part. There will be a lot of spoilers. Consider this a future warning.
Yep, heads up. We've already warned you that there will be some spoilers in today's episode. So if you have not read the book, save this video or save this podcast and come back to it at a later time.
Yes. So I have a spoiler for you. I finished this book this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's very fresh in my mind. I finished it this morning because we were doing odds and ends yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have time to finish that last 45 minutes of it.
Uh-huh.
So I finished it this morning.
Wow. So
hmm
how did you like it?
Overall, I couldn't, and you were right. There are so many times in this book that I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, I was laughing like the first chapter of this book.
It was so funny. Like,
It was.
even like,
Did you okay, since this is our second Megan Quinn book, because the first one was How My Neighbor Stole Christmas.
yes,
Which one do you think you laughed the most in? Or was it about the same?
this book right here,
Mm-hmm.
Till Summer Do Us Part.
Okay, which book did you like the best?
Oh, hell. I don't. Well, I'd have to say with this book.
Don't get me wrong, My Neighbor Stole Christmas was a good book. But I don't know, this one right here, this was funny. This was so
I
funny.
don't know if it was like. I think it was the characters, the world.
Mhm.
It was just. I can't like say enough. It was funny. The storyline,
Mhm.
everything was amazing about this book.
Yeah, it was. It was really funny. I loved it from start to finish. I couldn't put it down. I was it was so funny.
I had to stop a couple of times and go into my Kindle and be like, okay, I want to remember this line. I want to highlight it in my
I
Kindle.
didn't do that. I did not annotate it. I should have, but there was a lot of times that I wasn't list or reading along with it. I was doing things around the house, and so I didn't go pick up the book because sometimes I'll do that. Like some chapters I will read along with it, and then other I'm doing things around the house, so it's just playing in my in my headphones. So
So how did you think about the narrators?
oh, I love them. What is not to like about them? Teddy Hamilton, come on.
I
And
know, and he
now
got so much shit for
I
Caught Up.
know. And then what is the other book that I'm listening? Is it Powerless? No, no, no. Another book I was listening. Caught Up. Um, I want to go back and be like, no, dude, you're Wilder. You're not supposed to be up in here. You're supposed to be here. Because every time like I hear his voice, I'm like, no, no, bro, right here, this one.
Yeah, and he does a lot. Teddy Hamilton does a lot of books, so I think
Mm,
you're right. It's gonna be hard for me to listen to a lot of books.
separate
Not,
him
yeah,
from
not.
from um from this one, from the Megan Quinn one. But I liked Wilder's character. I pictured him punk, like dark hair, obviously, because he had the lip ring. He just like punk
Okay, did you see
skater.
that video that Megan Quinn posted where this guy comes out and he's like in a little paw?
What? That was
That's
funny.
how I pictured him.
Oh yeah, but tatted and everything. But I also I'm picturing it like mid 2000. So I'm going back in that time frame
Okay.
and picturing the punk skater rock dude, not with like chains or anything like that, but with the dark hair because he had the lip ring, and then was he fully tatted or just tatted a little bit? I don't remember. I know he's tatted, the
and,
character.
and he's pierced.
Yeah. See, that's what brought me back to
Pierced.
yeah. Oh, so well, we'll get to that. Hopefully, I will remember it. I don't want to go too far in the book. Let's stay in the
Okay.
beginning.
Okay.
But the Chads, when they were at work, spoiler alert: if you have not read Megan Quinn's "Till Summer Do Us Part," I would jump out of this live because this is a spoiler. But when they were at work and they were sitting around the conference, and she's like, "Yeah, my husband," and then she had to go find one.
I really thought it was gonna be Micah. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
what I thought. I thought it was gonna be her best friend, but obviously he plays for the other field, so
yeah.
but still, he could have played the part. I didn't know he had like a brother or anything, but that was cool. So yeah, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're fine.
Um, and I really liked her friend too.
I like the friend, but she wasn't in there as much. Only the the best friend that worked at the bar.
What's her name? Danielle. Now that I've like finished it, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what was her friend's name?
Let's see if I can find it in here as you're
I think it's
talking.
Danielle.
Uh,
And I liked the therapist too. If we're talking about characters in the beginning, I really liked the therapist and her boss.
okay. Yeah. And then I liked how, yeah, the therapist, when we first came, when they first started talking about him and they were describing him, I was like, bro, you are not a freaking therapist. What the hell? But
I
the way he was just presenting himself.
Yeah. Now the way I pictured him is like this not big guy, but like a scrawny guy,
Mm-hmm.
and like the stuff that he was mentioned wearing later on in the book, it almost gave me vibes like he was that type of man to like freeball it. If he like, I'll have to send you the video, but there's a video of a man who bends over, and it's in Friends. It's the episode of Friends, and Chandler and Joey are sitting there, and this like guy comes in, and he's not wearing underwear, so they bend over and they can see everything. So that was giving me the
Oh, okay.
the therapist vibes about him.
Don't kill me. Don't, or, sorry, didn't mean to say that. Don't, yeah. Um, I only watched maybe one or two episodes of Friends ever. Don't kill
I
me.
haven't watched all the episodes. I would like
But we
grew up.
were around when that show was actually on TV.
Hmm.
So I wasn't a Friends person. I was 90210 person. So I think I wasn't old enough for Friends. I mean, I was a teenager, but it wasn't, they were more grown. So I think maybe that's why I didn't towards them, gravitate towards Friends as much. I don't, I
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would watch it when I'd see it, but yeah, I didn't watch it as
maybe she was just
silly
funny.
cat, silly cat,
Yeah,
silly cat, or stinky cat.
yeah, I like her, but I never really watched it. Just I was 90210 back then, so
Yeah.
yeah. But this book and the hotel room or the cabin room. What the hell? When they walked in there, I was like, "What are you guys walking into?" All the toys. I don't know what I can say or not say on Tickety Talk. So all the toys in the shower. What's that? Oh, yeah. What? I was like,
If
wow.
we can't say it, we can.
Okay.
Oh wow, that zoomed in. Wow.
That's what.
It zoomed in. When you stuck your finger up, it zoomed you in.
So I'll probably see that when I'm edit or looking through the video. Wow. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, the ones that are listening to us, you can't see what we're doing.
Yeah, but if you read the book, you'll
You'll
know.
know that part.
Now, do you think when they first met each other that there was instant? I know, um, she was going through some stuff from a previous marriage. The only thing that
Yeah.
bugged me about it was it, and I felt bad for him, but I get it. He was trying to unmend all the things that she went through in her first marriage.
Yeah, and I like that about him. Like he was trying to help her. He wasn't being an ass about it. He was helping her get through it. Once he knew when he talked to his name Micah, when he
Yeah,
talked
my
to his brother, then he knew like what she's gone through because he didn't know that she really truly was going through that until he talked to his brother. And then I noticed like he started to like ease a little bit. I mean, he was already okay, but he started. It seemed to me like he got a little bit better. I don't know how to explain it.
yeah, his improving was hilarious.
Well, I'm not. Well, how am I supposed to not do this or do that? This is not improv. I could see her like yelling at him. Oh my gosh, it was.
Now, do you remember when they first started going to one of their first like initial therapy session, and they're like, "What are your problems?" and all that. And one of the parts is where when they're I think it's in the beginning, their first therapy session, where he's like, "Yes, she tried to zip, or she did zip up my."
Yeah.
And she goes, or no, he goes, she always underestimates the size. The only time she remembers is when I am bottom out inside and she could practically taste me in her throat.
I was like, what is going on, Megan Quinn? What the hell is going on?
Uh-huh.
But do you know when I was reading it, the character, the female character, I was picturing that was Megan Quinn because just because on TikTok she does her videos and it was like I could see her being that character, like being like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of pictured that with her when I was reading Megan Quinn being our main
Did you
character,
see her
being
last
Scotty.
video
Last
with the
video.
banana?
Oh yeah, the piercing. Oh yeah.
I cannot with her.
And then she's like,
Love her. And then she was just like,
I could see you doing something like that.
I should interact her
You should do a stitch
and be
it.
like, I see you.
Yeah, and use that audio.
Yeah, when I seen that, I was like,
She
girl.
seems to me like what she would be online. She'd
Be
be
like that in person.
oh yeah, definitely. That's why I enjoy her books, and I don't know why so many people hate on her books. Because there's a lot of people in the reviews who were like, "This wasn't written well," or
Or they talk about how it's a very slow burn, and then towards the end of her books, it gets smut, 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 and they don't like that. But I think her books is smut all the way through. It's going with the conversation. It happened. Now, how my neighbor stole Christmas. That one, not so much at the beginning, obviously, but towards like the middle and the end, I seen it. But this book, after they started, together, whatever, going to the fake counseling or whatever, marriage counseling, I could see it. But
especially when they had to
love her.
sit especially when they had to sit on top of each other during counseling.
I could just see that now. I just pictured it. I pictured it like in this like office type room with a sliding glass door, a couch, and then like all this like unnecessary like stuff in there because of,
Almost like a hoarder's
yeah,
room.
that's how I was picturing it. Like they had to kick stuff to get in there. With their sessions. So, and then how, and the couch was like, I pictured the couch like run down and like holy or something, just because the way that the counselor was uh described. That's why I'm thinking
Was his name Sanders? Yeah, his name was
Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah, his name was Sanders. So, I mean, overall, what did you give it?
Well, I haven't rated it yet, but so far it's a 5-star read for me. I don't
Oh,
care. You
hands
know, it's
down.
those type of books that make you happy
Mm-hmm.
and you can't wait to get back into that world, and especially the way
I didn't want
Wilder
to leave the
was.
world. I really wish she would do like a book two to this or something because this, I did not want to leave the world. I want to know what happened after. Well, I know what, but I want to know more. I want to
Yeah.
know more of this world. This was so good.
But I even think men should read this book. And the only reason I say that is because Wilder really took the time with her. And
Mm-hmm.
once he knew the true feelings and they went through the whole 8 days learning about each other and learning that she was suffering from a lot of PTSD from her ex-husband, Matt,
Mm-hmm.
and once he started opening his ears and realizing, okay, I have feelings for her, but I'm also grounded. I, he takes care of his brother who has mental illness from a trauma
A
that
trauma. Yeah.
happened when his dad went quadriplegic. Yes, when his dad got into an accident and he no
And what
longer
his
could.
mom did. I was like, wow.
A lot of people do that though. Like even before people pass away, they set up their partners with another spouse right away. Some people just can't live alone after their loved ones, pass on. Some people can live alone.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, mm, I was like, what? I don't know how you could do that. No, but the parent didn't pass. He didn't.
Yeah, the dad passed away.
Yeah, yeah, no. I knew he passed, but before then, the mom, what the mom did.
Oh yeah, she did that while the dad was still alive, and
Mm-hmm.
while the dad after the dad's accident, after the car
Mm-hmm.
accident. So he wasn't able to probably give her those close feet, like cuddling someone,
Yeah,
almost
but
like Scotty
still.
feeling like Matt wasn't comforting her. He was always into his games or something else. And
True.
sometimes people need their love language is touch.
Yeah, but still. I was just like,
Yeah, it's still wrong.
yeah.
Yes, it's still wrong because you're still committed in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes things can get overwhelmed, and
Yeah, no, I
sometimes,
get it. I understand that part of it. I was just like, no.
yeah.
So,
But
but yeah, I gave it 5 stars. Fried chili peppers. It was, she was popping. And then I honestly think if you're in a book slump, best book to get you out of a book slump.
oh
If you're
yeah,
not,
definitely
if you're not already reading this genre. So like if
true.
you're reading like what fantasy or whatever else besides this genre, I think the rom com would get you out of your slump.
So you would consider that rom com slash spicy?
Yeah, right? Because isn't this like rom com? Oh, it says
Yeah,
romance, but I say rom com because it's funny.
yeah, I'd have
Right?
to
Isn't
agree with
rom
you.
com supposed to be funny?
Yeah, it's like yeah, like small town, not small town, but kind of like.
Yeah, because I know this wasn't small town, but I still consider this like a
Oh
rom com
yeah.
because
Now that you
I
think of
laughed.
it,
It was funny.
oh, I couldn't. Yeah, like I said, this book was over the top.
It was.
and definitely an auto buy for me with her books.
Yeah, I want to buy more because at the begin here it says also available Bloom books. I guess these are her other ones. The
Yes.
Bridemaid. I would like to read the Bridemaid stories. There are 3 books to that one, and then there's the Kane brothers. I don't know. I
Hmm.
haven't heard really anything about the Kane brothers,
I haven't either.
so I don't know anything about that one.
Crap. I just
So,
can't get over her covers too.
oh
I
yeah, they're
like,
beautiful. I really I'm not well, yeah, I am because I have like 2 of the 4 queen ones. I would love to have her other copy of this one in the blue from the Barnes and Noble edition, even though I have
really.
this one and the pink edition. So I just want them all. The all
Yeah.
pink. The only reason why I went with this one because there's bonus at the end of the book, but these bonus is for a different book. It's not. It's not bonus for like this book.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so I didn't end up reading it. Like
How
I
did
read
you
like
figure it was for a different book?
yeah, it's for this is what it looks like in my book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, hmm. So I didn't end up reading it. So that part of it. So I thought it was like more of
That's what I thought too, because
this
nobody ever
book.
said.
No, because these are not this is different those are different characters. So that's why I was like, oh, what is this? Because it says discover more from Megan Quinn with sneak peek at Bridesmaid for Hire. So it's for that book. So I'm like,
I think the next one I want to read is a not so meet cute.
that Megan Quinn?
Yeah, it's Megan Quinn. A not so meet cute.
I don't know if I've
I'll
ever
show you.
read that one.
It is this one.
Oh, okay, I've seen it. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I probably won't get to make any more Megan Quinn books because I do want to read Allie. Oh, what is her last name? Hazelwood.
Yes,
Because I have like 3 of her books and I need to get through them. I don't care about her controversy. I'm still reading her books. She did
I think it
nothing
was
wrong.
stupid.
So maybe we'll talk about that once you can read a couple of her books. Do you have any of her books?
No, but I will.
I
I
have
think
Deep
it's.
In. What do I have up there? Deep In.
I almost picked up Deep End at my local bookstore, but the only reason I didn't pick it up is because I'm irritated that there's no audiobook anywhere for it.
Yeah, there is. It's on Audible. Yeah, there is.
Damn, I should have called you. I was there.
It's there. It's just not on Hoopla right now. It is, but it's in a different language.
Deep End. Oh my
But no,
god.
there is one on I seen it on Audible.
Mm. I may have to. Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely should have picked up the physical
How much
copy.
is it for you?
The ebook is $10.99.
Okay, but how much is the audiobook?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Because I don't know how much I can't get to it because I'm live on my phone. So
Yeah.
I can't get to it.
Let's see if I can get to it here. Yeah, I can. Um, but yeah, Megan Quinn will be an auto buy. Maybe that'll probably be an author that I add to my physical collection. That
Mhm.
I need to buy her books
Yeah,
physically.
I would have to say because it will be a year, I think next week, for me being on back and reading and being on Book Talk, BookTube. She would be an author that I would like to meet because thinking about it, I was like, there are no authors that I would like to meet and have my book signed. Megan Quinn would be Megan Quinn would be number one that I would love to meet and have a book signed by her.
Yeah.
I I would love to meet her because
You
I
should
really
go
like.
on her website, or because if you Google authors, they usually have their own websites where you can buy like exclusive stuff that they
Mhm.
sell.
I think I'm gonna
That
do that when we get done with our podcast. I think I'm gonna look it up and see if there's anything exclusive because I really like Megan Quinn. I mean, I like Rebecca Yarros, obviously Fourth Wing, but she wouldn't be someone that I would like to meet. I just, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with her. Obviously, it's just I think I would vibe more with Megan Quinn because we got that personality that like be like, nah, bitch. She seems like that type of vibe of an author.
Yeah, she does. I'd have to agree with you. Um, and to be quite honest with you, I don't think I would be reading any of her books if it wasn't for you being on Book Talk,
Oh,
looking at all these pretty covers and all that. You know what
blame
I
book
mean?
talk. Blame the book talkers because it's
Even if it was
so.
Book Talk, I wouldn't have read it. I wouldn't have picked up Megan Quinn's book if it wasn't for you. It's almost like when you're reading a Megan Quinn book and you're laughing along, you're like, "Ah,
You're like laughing with a friend. I think
yeah,
that's what it
that,
looks
yeah,
like.
exactly. You're laughing
The
with a
books are
friend.
amazing.
So when you read it and you're like, oh, you got to read it next. Whatever you're reading, you got to read this Megan Quinn book or you got to read this.
I think I've always been into rom com books, but again, I didn't understand the gender or the genres of stuff because I went that red book right there is the wedding. It's called Wedding Something, and I picked that up years ago, like 4 or 5, probably longer than that, at Target. It looked interesting to me, and I read that one. I was laughing. A couple people I've seen on Book Talk, they didn't like that book. I thought
I'll
it
have to
was
read it. I've never read it. I've never read
like
it
it.
just because a lot of people said it's no good. Don't read it.
No, I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it. It had spice in it, but I don't remember. It's been so long that I've read
I
it, so
wonder if it's on Hoopla.
it might be. But yeah, I
That
think
would be an interesting reread for you if it is on Hoopla, because then you know
there's
the
so many books I want to get through. I can't do no reread right now on anything, not even
you're gonna have
Quicksilver.
to do a reread on Quicksilver before Quicksilver Book 2 comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try because there's a
Hmm.
lot. Like I need to get to the ritual. The ritual will be next after Caught Up, Powerless.
Echoes.
Yeah, but I gotta wait till I get my book back, and then I'll go through that again. There's just so many like books that I need to get through. Powerless, I'm definitely want to see this out because this book, again, I didn't think I would like Powerless like that. So,
Yeah, see, I thought the same thing. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not gonna be something I'm gonna pick up. So I never. And that book's been out for a hot second.
hmm
It
yeah,
really, really
I
has.
don't have the first book of Powerless. This is my daughter's book, so I have the other two. I didn't pick it up because I had she had it, so I could just. But eventually, I'm gonna pick it up so I can have it for my collection, so I
So
can have
two
all.
separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess we've been rambling on. Besides talking about the book that we came on here to talk about, so I guess we'll
Hmm.
wrap it up. Or is there anything else you want to say about Megan Quinn?
Definitely don't be so judgmental on what you hear about her books. Give them a try
At
and
least
form
give
your
one of
own.
them.
Yeah, give one of them a try because they really do
I
make you.
can't talk for her other ones. I've only read two, but give it a try.
Yeah, definitely.
They're amazing. But on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks again so much for watching, listening, and if you're not following us over on YouTube, head over there, hit the subscribe button, and also you can catch us on Apple, Spotify, Apple or Amazon Music, and iHeart as
Hmm.
well. All listening platforms.
Yes.
So until then, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.